Like, you gotta keep people around you that's gonna keep sharpening your skills, that's gonna keep you motivated, and that's never gonna steer you wrong direction.
And you gotta, again, you gotta go hard. And people use these phrases, go hard, do your best, all that. What that really means is buckle down and do the work.
Sacrifice.
Like, when I went to school for engineering, they gave me a book, and I came back, my classes was on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? They gave me a book, and in the next class, I had read the whole book. I'm asking questions about like chapter 5, and they like, yo, we're not at that point yet.
I'm there though.
But I'm there. I'm 22 years old. I had a kid. This is the way I'm gonna feed my daughter at 22 years old. This is serious for me. This ain't no, like, people in my class was on some like play, like, oh, they was, you know, they might want to do it now. This is how I'm gonna eat. So I'm reading the book. And back then it was no internet. It wasn't like I'm going to the library. I'm stopping, and this is one thing I noticed with my students. I'm stopping on every word that I don't know, and I'm looking that word up. I'm not embarrassed to say I don't know that word. Hold up, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Look the words up. Now you can do that on your phone. You got all the information, you know what I'm saying, that you can look up on your phone. Like, take it super serious. Don't just play around with it. Like, commit to it. Like, are you reading books? Are you looking at people's mixes? Are you listening? Are you on the internet searching for information? Are you figuring out the difference between what these different things do? All that information is right there.
And this shit gospel to your boy. Like, dude, how many times did I hit you bothering you? Like, yo, you listen to my mixes? Like, what can I do better? Yada, yada, yada. I told y'all earlier, it was 2 niggas that showed me love. It was Guru and Fabian. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get whatever you put into the universe is gonna come back to you. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with you perfecting your craft by studying your peers. Finding out the niggas that came before you. Take that time to really master your craft. Because at the end of the day, no one give a fuck about nothing but you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one give a fuck if you're gonna be successful. No one cares if you're gonna make it. No one cares if you're gonna yada yada yada. But if you put the energy into your own craft and you work towards it, then there's nothing you can't do. You know what I'm saying?
And that part of it never stops.
Never stops.
Right?
Stay hungry.
I'm always constantly learning. So at the same time that he's asking me to listen to his mix, I'm literally running around the studio to other engineers like, yo, do you hear the vocal effects he's doing on these records? How is he doing that? So I'm constantly getting inspired to be like, yo, I gotta step my game up. It's getting better and better and better. And I'm like, yo, these effects is killing me because I don't know how he's doing it.
Right.
So it's not that I was copying him. I'm inspired by him to find something different. And I'm like, yo, I gotta start using stutter edit and all these other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't just about reverb and delay no more. Like, now it's different shit.
But that's how a great motherfucker, a great creative can stay relevant for fucking generations and decades on, because he's not like a nigga like Guru. I'll tell you firsthand, he's not one that's gonna be like, yo, I know what the fuck like, he's gonna sit and be a student, you know what I'm saying? Still being Guru. Like, never stop being a student, because sound changes, generations changes. You know, can I say one thing? There was this like
the show shit. Go ahead. Well, no, don't say shit. I mean,
but look, there was this thing that kind of, like, 2018 fucked me up, 2017, 2018 fucked me up, because I was going off these fundamentals of mixing records that Dre taught me back in 2010, which are not valid today in this new generation, right? So back in the day, I was mixing records trying to make the kicks and drums more dominant, vocals and everything clarity, like, cool. That was lit for like Good Kid, Mad City and Pimp Butterfly, but nowadays it's not lit. Now it's the 808s and vocals. So like, I had to step outside my box to realize what the fuck I was doing wrong. I had to have conversations with my peers to find out what the fuck I'm doing wrong. Like, and I'm saying to all this to say this, like, never feel like in a growing field or in an ever-changing field of work, never feel like you always know everything. Continue to be a student in the game and learn from the younger people coming up under you. Like, how many artists do you guys hear that you've never heard of today that have millions of followers on Instagram? There's kids that follow those artists that they have a specific sound they want to hear. If you're able to adapt as an engineer or producer, if you're able to adapt to any given sound that's coming your way, even sounds that are still being developed today, then you're not to be fucked with, you know what I'm saying? Never feel like you know everything. Always be willing to learn what the fuck is coming up, and never, just learn, bro. Like, learn from what's coming up new and learn from your peers.